What's going on, everybody? I'm Price, and welcome to a brand new video about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, Electroneum, and all that good stuff. Real quick, I want to jump right into the coin market cap today before we get into our topic, and then I just want to dedicate all my time to having a fun, personalized, nitty-gritty, raw conversation with you guys, my viewers, and those that might watch my channel about Electroneum. So just taking a look, I haven't been on in the past 2 days. I have had lots of work, about 3 shifts in a day and a half, and some family issues, but we are recovering from there. So looking at the coin market cap, we're hanging out over $500 million, which is doing pretty nice. It's nice to see that we have recovered. Bitcoin is hanging out at 11,000. It crested, it broke past its 10,000 barrier, and it's gaining itself some nice, slow, steady traction. So that's probably a good sign and a good build. So that way we don't see a huge dump down to like 6,000 that we saw at the beginning of this year, and also it is following on similar trends of the previous year of 2017, going into that late February, early March rise before potentially even seeing another boom in the midsummer like we saw in 2017. So that's holding out very good. I was watching Ethereum for the day or so, and it's been hanging out in this mark. It did kind of crest up around 1,000 again, and then it's like hanging out in the 940, 950 range. Ripple, $1.14. I think this is pretty much what we're going to start seeing from Ripple. We might peak a little up towards $1.50, $2 range here and there, but I think this is going to be the new standard, the new trend, around $1.25 at the most. So that's just kind of how I see that coin. I think that's good stability on that coin, especially with a 39 billion circulating supply. So let's also take a look at Electroneum before we get into our talk today. So Electroneum, we're falling down on the Satoshi value of the coin, and with the rise of Bitcoin, obviously that's what's generating the cent value of the coin being up over 8 cents, closer to 9 cents, which is pretty good, and it's kind of understandable, especially since nothing crazy has really happened with Electroneum other than the announcement of KuCoin. Their Twitter has been kind of slow for the past couple of days. February 16th, we had the biggest news. The last couple of things that have been happening today, I know that they were saying something with their online wallet manager has been having some issues, and looks like they fixed that a few hours ago. So this is kind of to be expected, some sideways movement from this coin since there hasn't really been anything new to it. Very anxious to see what's going to happen when it finally goes live on KuCoin, just because of all the activity that we see. And this is actually a slower day for Electroneum as well. Usually we see it in the $3 million volume range for 24-hour trading on Cryptopia, so it'll be really interesting to see when KuCoin launches, because that probably has a larger member base, and we'll see some more 24-hour volume, so that could potentially drive the price up, as well as when they finally get out of their beta stage for their mobile mining app, which I haven't seen any announcement on that for the past about 3 weeks, other than they moved from like primary beta phase to releasing more beta invites to other people that signed up. So just kind of some value on the coin here, and it's been pretty much parallel. So today's video is more of a brainstorming session that I want to have. Pretty much everything from here on out, with the exception of a few little picked out facts, is all just going to be like speculation. It's all going to be things that I think about that would be really cool to see this coin get massively adopted. You know, there's no fact or anything behind it. It's just ideas that I have in my head, and I want to do this invite to you guys as commenters to, you know, brainstorm with me and come up with some fun ideas and leave in the comments that you can see potentially, or you know, not realistic. I mean, it would be a realistic option for the coin, but not something that might come, you know, to fruition, especially if the developers aren't working on it. So I want to invite you guys to leave your ideas after you hear some of mine that could really drive this coin and get it into like mass adoption. So I want to start off by talking about Bitcoin itself is starting to gain some traction with, you know, non-cryptocurrency individuals, since it's always on the news and people are now talking about its price changes every single day, but not a lot of people really understand truly what Bitcoin is and also how to get their hands on Bitcoin. It's not the easiest way to get your hand on some Bitcoin. You know, you can sign up for a Coinbase account. It starts out very small. Transaction fees are crazy. You can do I think there's like a local Bitcoin exchange where it's kind of like the Craigslist of Bitcoin exchanges. There's really not an easy way to get your hands on Bitcoin unless you do your research and watch videos. With Electroneum, with its goal to be massively adopted on a mobile platform, everyone has mobile phones. Not everyone, but probably like 75% of the population has mobile phones, and maybe about 55% of that population might have mobile phones that are going to be compatible with the Bitcoin or the Electroneum mining app and the Electroneum apps that they're going to be releasing. So Electroneum has a potential benefit of being easily adopted by people that don't know how to get into the crypto space just by simply downloading an app and launching the product. There's no extra steps they have to jump through, no hurdles. They just download the mobile mining app, they run it for a little bit on their phone, and then the coins get drop shipped into their phone or their wallet, and then they have them ready to go. So some crazy mobile uses I've been thinking about for the coin is, let's look at some of the top platforms that have really broken out into the mobile sphere with the younger generations. We have a platform like Uber, where it's ride sharing and it's all based on your mobile phone. You could be a rider or a driver. It's all in your hands right there. You also have something like Airbnb, which is, there's a website for it, but it's also something that's very easily utilized to pick up a place to stay for a night with your phone. You have tons of games that always come out. Most of them are free to play, and then they have like purchases you can make in the app stores. Most of the population that has these smartphones, like, for example, my grandparents have Candy Crush, and that's a mobile game that has in-game transactions. So the point to my craziness is I'm thinking there would be this cool utilization of Electroneum where it's very similar to Shapeshift. And if you're not familiar with Shapeshift, it's where you can take like altcoins, and it's essentially an exchange where you can, turn them into Bitcoin and go from transactions from there. What if there was something similar to that for Electroneum that was on your mobile phone, where you can mine the Electroneum, and instead of utilizing that for some of your cell phone bill, you can shapeshift it, quote unquote, into like iTunes credits, Uber credits, Google Play credits, anything that Apple Pay, or you can utilize on your phone to actually pay for transactions, real world currency with your phone. That was something that I was thinking about that would be pretty cool, because everyone's got their hands on their phone, everyone's mining these Electroneum with the app, and then they can just turn right around and then get a ride home from work. If you're a working person, most of the time your company doesn't allow you to be on your cell phone while you're working. It's just common sense, especially in the guest service industry. I work in a hotel. I can't sit there and take a customer complaint or check someone in by playing on my phone. Now, I can leave my phone at my desk and I can leave it charging for the day, so I could be charging my phone and running the Electroneum mining app. I'm also in a hotel with a Wi-Fi hotspot, or with Wi-Fi, so I don't even have to use my data. So let's say that I did that for a couple of days, and I then was like, well, I want to go out on Saturday night, but I don't want to take my car because I'm going to have some drinks, so I'm going to shapeshift or mobile shift my Electroneum into Uber credits. So that was just something that I was thinking about. And if you guys have anything very similar to that kind of idea, I'd love to hear it. Maybe you guys use your phones for a lot more than just the simple text, game, updates, news, YouTube, or even, you can pay your Netflix subscription or your YouTube Red subscription on Electroneum. Those are just things that I see that could really be pretty nifty and cool. Not necessarily saying it's ever going to happen, but would be cool with a currency like Electroneum. Amazon is trying to pick up Bitcoin, and eBay tickled the idea that they might be doing Bitcoin payments soon. And we have these Bitcoin ATMs around the world, and so that's ways that Bitcoin's being adopted, but Bitcoin isn't a cryptocurrency that's focused on mobile use like Electroneum. So instead of having those general transactions out in the real world, now Electroneum is going to be focusing on everything on your phone, like in the palm of your hand, ready to go. So just some cool ideas that I had on that one. And I could really see that driving and creating more value to the Electroneum currency in the long term. Short-term and long-term speculations for the coin price. When I see it added to KuCoin, and whenever HitBTC decides to finally have it on their platform, I see this probably starting to get closer to around 20 cents to 25 cents. But when its mobile app releases and it starts seeing some more mass adoption, I think very strongly that we could see $1 on this coin even more. The dream would be able to see like $5 or $6, especially with the small bag that I'm holding. But realistically, you know, with a 21 billion circuit max supply, that's a little harder for me to fathom, especially when, you know, anything over like $5, $6, $7 is a little harder to fathom, especially when I look at the market cap for Bitcoin and they're only at 189 billion, and when there's 21 billion circulating, that's going to push it over like, oh, you know, closer to 200 billion. So just some brainstorming things I've been thinking about. If you guys have any cool things that you would love to, you know, if you sat there and used your phone and be like, man, if Electroneum could do this, that would be awesome, I'd love to see in the comments below. I also would love to see comments where you guys like say I'm an idiot and all that stuff. Those are always fun and make me chuckle. So I'm going to sign off on today's video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please leave a comment with your brainstorming idea, whatever you want. That'd be really awesome. I'd love to respond and engage in a conversation with you on ways that could potentially work if your idea is something really stellar and out of this world for Electroneum. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out some past videos. And we're going to wrap up the video just by doing the free BTC's faucet. There's a link in the description below. I'm going to show you how much I gave out on Sunday yesterday, which was really exciting because you did see that I was just shy of, I think it was a 37,000 Satoshi. And so I had this one member on the referral team, and I'm going to show you the reason why I say be active and do your hourly roll and play the multiply BTC game, because this individual, let's find him. Let's see, where is it? I wish this kept it in order, by the way. Okay, so this individual right here joined up with us last week, and he himself earned, my share was given, actually, no, I think he earned himself, what is it? Total commissions. Okay, so the commission given was 18,027 Satoshi, which is just shy of $2. And then on Sunday, it gave him out 14,000 Satoshi. So on top of however much he earned, he then saw 14,000 Satoshi given by me every Sunday, because I set it to 80% share amount based on referral activity. So all you do is just hit the link that says free BTC below, you do your hourly capture roll, you get whatever the value is right here, you start saving up, and then you play the multiply BTC game by setting the bet to minimum, betting high or low, but whatever you pick you need to stick with. So I'm going to be betting high. If you feel you have better luck with low, you bet low, and then the goal is to lose 3 times in a row, just like that, and then you increase this bet to 10, and you bet again. Laws of probability after the loss of 3 times in a row say that you have decent chances of getting a win on the 10, but the whole thing is you're not playing this to get rich or anything. You're playing this to build this Satoshi pool to increase your activity to get a good payout. So I'm Price, guys. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like or dislike, and we'll see you guys next time.